Yo, what's up? Welcome back to White Man, where I'm wearing a white t-shirt behind a white wall again. No, it's not perfectly white, but it's still a pretty cool shirt. Um, I don't know, why am I so what? I'm comfortable. So I don't know why. I don't know why I'm doing this review, but I kind of wanted to do more movie reviews, says the guy that uploaded one video. But, it was a while ago, but I watched A Hard Day's Night, the, the Beatles movie, back in like 1960, I want to say 68, 60, 60, something like that, because the Beatles started around 66 or something. I'm a big Beatles. I wouldn't say a big Beatles fan, but I really love the Beatles. I love their music. I love a lot of their albums. Favorite album is Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. I have a T-shirt of that because I saw it once and I was like, I I want that. And I love John Lennon. I love his political views. Well, you can't love a political view, but I love his music and I like his political views, and it's a real tragedy still. It was shot even many years ago. It's still so sad. But I know quite a bit about the Beatles and how they formed and blah 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 blah. But I want to talk about A Hard Day's Night. God, it's not that bad. It's it's fine. Like, this is me being like, just even like being like, whatever, Beatles, whatever. The movie was made because of the Beatles. The Beatlemania was so big at the time. They're like, let's make a movie, and the movie's fine. It's not bad. It's fine. It's not amazing. It kind of, it doesn't fit. Like, I know it's an old movie. That's the thing. I've seen this, probably one of the old movie, one of the second oldest movie I've seen. The oldest probably being Psycho. I think that came out before this. I love Psycho, by the way. It's a great movie. But I it's so strange watching a movie from the 60s, because the black and white didn't scare me off. I don't care about black and white, but when I watched it, I was like, this is weird, because like even the pacing of it, it's so strange. The opening is, I really love the opening, which and but just watching the whole movie is really strange, and the audio was so weird. They obviously don't have the same audio equipment as we do now, and and it kind of was annoying when they would just start, when they would insert their own songs, because it didn't feel like, I knew this was the Beatles. This was a movie about the Beatles, John, George, Ringo, and Paul. I knew that, I knew this, but it didn't feel like a movie about these guys. Like, it felt, it's so hard to describe. It didn't feel like a movie about the Beatles. It felt more about these four guys with a grandpa going to a place, and the whole movie is just kind of fine. I don't know how to describe it, especially trying to recall the whole movie. But I have to say, though, that out of the whole movie, my favorite part was when Ringo Starr went and was just went outside to do photography and stuff. I really loved that part because it was so. I don't really know how to describe it. It was very interesting, because I actually don't know what it was that made it so interesting. I loved just, he went outside and he threw on a jacket and no one realized who he was, and then he's just wandering around taking photos, and apparently at that time as well, he was hungover because he got really drunk from the night before, so he wasn't really even acting. He was just genuinely like. But I don't know, that part just seemed, I really loved that part, and it was kind of like a plot, like it was a kind of plot point in the movie, because he disappeared, and they're gonna go on show in like an hour or two, and the guy that's the host or whatever, the guy that's showing it off or whatever, he's like, you go get Ringo or else you're fucked or whatever. And then John, George, and Paul were like, all right, we'll go split up and try and find him. And I don't know, it lasted maybe 20 minutes or something, but I liked that part, you know? But yeah, the movie's strange. I think, obviously, it's not gonna be the same as Avengers Endgame, you know? You know, a 60s movie you can't compare to a 2019 movie. But, like, it was so strange. And I haven't seen Yellow Submarine or, what's another Beatles movie? I'm pretty sure there's another one. I think there's maybe three. So Magical Mystery Tour, which was that was a TV movie, and I swear there's another movie. There's another movie that the Beatles did, but I haven't seen those. Hard Day's Night is the first Beatles movie I've ever seen, and it was alright. What does this review have to do with anything? I don't know. If you're a Beatles fan, which I know no one is because a majority of the people that are going to watch this video are my friends and they're going to bully me and stuff like that. But, if, I don't know, if you're a Beatles fan and you haven't, I don't know, if you like the Beatles music and you haven't seen Hard Day's Night, go and watch it, I guess. It's fine, also. I'd like a movie to watch and review, because quarantine, so that'd be pretty epic. Give me a movie, cunt.